Hi everybody, it's Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I'm going to be talking about a thrift store trip I went on recently. I went to two Salvation Armies with my mom to look for books. So, a lot of people, might be hesitant to start picking up reading as a hobby, especially if they are worried that it's going to be expensive. Definitely the costs of books can add up. But there's plenty of ways to, find books and read books for a lot cheaper. And so, of course, one of those ways is your local library. You can rent books for free at your local library. Great resource. But sometimes some of the books that you might want might not be there. You have to wait a while for them. Another thing that I found is going to the thrift store and looking for books at a fraction of the price is a great way to kind of build up your book collection over time and maybe find some hidden gems that you might have paid a lot more for otherwise. So I'm going to share with you guys today the books that I happened to find while I was at the thrift store. So, as you guys can see, I found quite a bit. I got 6 books. I found the Salvation Armies I went to. So one book I found at one, and then the 5 other books I found at a different one. So I'm going to go through those all with you guys, what I found. 2, I found The Help. So this book, it's not one I've been seeing talked about on YouTube or BookTube or anything like that, but I remember watching this movie quite a few years ago. I thought the movie was quite good. So when I found the book, and as you can see, it's in pretty good condition. There's not really, it kind of looks new. There's just some light staining maybe at the top of the book, but other than that, it's in pretty good condition. So I found it, that piqued my eye. It was in good condition. I did look up on Goodreads the rating. I think it had a 4.4 something star rating. So since I did watch the movie in the past and I liked the movie, I thought I'd go ahead and give the book a try. And it cost me 50 cents. So for 50 cents, I mean, why not, right? So at some point I will be reading this. I don't know when I'll get to it, but yeah, I thought that was a good find. The other Salvation Army I went to, I found 2 of the Hunger Games books. I found the first one, The Hunger Games, and again, you can see it really looks like it's in pretty good condition. There might be a little bit of where the corner was bent there, but other than that, it's really good condition. Again, this cost me 50 cents, whereas I probably would have paid $10 for it, somewhere else. Or more, potentially. So I was really happy with this find. I read this series a long time ago when I was a teenager, and I remember really enjoying it, and it's been on my list to read again at some point. So yeah, really excited about this find. And then I also found a hardcover. It's missing the dust jacket. So not the best condition, but other than that, I mean, the inside, none of the pages are drawn on or torn or anything like that. I think this one actually costed me $2, but again, for a hardcover, for a book that I wanted to read at some point, can't really complain too much. So at some point I will be reading The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and I'm hoping on a future thrift store trip I can maybe find Mockingjay as well. So that's the 3rd book in the series. Hoping to find that at some point on one of my future, trips. All right, and then another one I was pretty surprised by was I did find Verity by Colleen Hoover, which, a very popular book on BookTube, obviously. I have read it. I have it on my e-reader, so I figured why not get a physical copy. Wasn't a big fan of the book, but I know a couple other family members had asked about the book, and I just figured even if somebody else wants to have it or borrow it, again, for 50 cents, this book was 50 cents, I couldn't really pass it up. Again, you can see it's in really good condition. It looks like there may be just a little bit of scuffing on the back, but yeah, no torn pages or anything like that. No pages aren't drawn on or anything. So again, for 50 cents, thought this was a steal of a deal. Another series that I read when I was younger that I'm hoping to get back into and wanting to reread again is the Percy Jackson series. And I found the 4th book in the series there. You can see this one looks a little bit more worn down. There's lots of, creasing on the cover. Looks like it was well loved in the past. So, but again, still definitely readable. There's no drawings or torn pages or anything like that. This one I think costed me $2, but again, not bad by any means. And this is the 4th book in the series. It's the only one that I saw there. But I'm hoping, again, same with the Hunger Games series, that on future trips I might be able to find some of the other books in the series. So figured while I saw it, might as well grab it, and then hopefully I can kind of slowly build up the rest of the series, the collection. I also like, too, it looks like it's the original cover. A lot of the Percy Jackson, I looked into buying the series online from like Target or, websites like that, and the covers are different. They have the new covers, and I like the old covers, so I was kind of pleasantly surprised. It's nice to find the original cover, even if it is a little bit beat up, old looking. I do like that it's got the original cover on it, so I thought that was a good find as well. And then I also found a book I have totally never even heard of before, but it caught my eye. I thought it sounded interesting. It is called Lights Out by Ted Koppel. So basically it's about, it says here on the cover, a cyber attack, a nation unprepared, surviving the aftermath. So I've been hearing lately more about the potential of, cyber attacks and, foreign countries potentially, that might be the future of warfare, is attacking our energy systems and grids and things like that. And there's been a lot of stuff recently. They claim it's software updates that have gone wrong, and it's messed with like cell service, airlines, medical systems and pharmacies. Not saying that it's not because of the software updates, but it had me thinking a lot more of the potential of what if, a foreign country did shut down our power systems, our grids, and our internet, and kind of what that would look like. So just because of recent events and kind of those things that have been happening, this book kind of caught my eye. So it was $2. Again, I figured for $2, might as well at least look through it and kind of see if there's any interesting info or, kind of just what it has to say. So yeah, that was my find. As you guys can see, I thought I found some pretty good books at a very good price. The highest I paid for a book was $2. And the cheapest was 50 cents. Most of them were only 50 cents. So if you compare it to, $15 or $20 even or more that you might be paying at, Target or Barnes & Noble or, on Amazon or wherever else you may be buying your books, really you can find some pretty good deals at the Salvation Army. You can find good books and still in good condition and for a fraction of the price. At that price, I can buy, and do the math, if it's 50 cents a book, 2 books are $1. So for $10, I can get 20 books. That's the amount I'd be paying for one book, brand new at the store. So, really a great deal. You can find some amazing things. I also saw The Kite Runner while I was there. I already own it, so I didn't get it. But one of my favorite books that I've read, amazing book. So I just want to mention that too. There was lots of good books, lots of good finds. So yeah, I do plan on checking out some other thrift stores in the upcoming future. I have quite a few. I was out visiting my mom, who lives maybe 30 minutes away from me. I checked out some Salvation Armies in her area, and there's quite a few by me as well, and some other ones that, me and her might go look at in the future. So really excited about that. And I will say finding the books here was a lot more exciting than when you find it at the store, when you found something that really grabbed your attention. It just was so exciting, and it was super fun. Highly recommend, checking it out for yourself in the future. So yeah, so that was all for today. So I will make some upcoming videos in the future talking about, any other fun finds that I might find in the future. I also found a bunch of DVDs while I was there. They were also 50 cents. They're DVDs, they're CDs, and they're books. All media was 50 cents a piece. So I also got like a ton of old DVDs and stuff as well of some of my old favorite movies. So yeah, it was definitely worthwhile, and definitely recommend you guys checking it out. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. we'll see you again in another one. Bye. So I just wanted to share with you guys as well. Those were the books that I found at this most recent trip to the Salvation Army. But when I was a teenager and I really loved Harry Potter, you know, I didn't really have a lot of money, and I wasn't really able to buy them all brand new. But I would go on trips with my grandma to the Salvation Army, and I would look for the Harry Potter books while I was there. And over time, I actually built up a whole collection of hardback books for the Harry Potter series, and I'm pretty sure all of these I got at the Salvation Army. So you guys can see here I have all of them. A couple of them that are missing the dust jacket. The first book in the series is missing it, and so is the 7th. And then some of these are from it looks like they were from the library at one point. The 3rd book in the series, I think the 5th one was as well. The 4th one might have been too, but I can't remember for sure. But either way, you can see that I have them all in hardback, and I got them at a fraction of the price. You might have to be patient. You're probably not going to just go and find the whole set all at once. It's probably going to take some time. But if there are books that are on your list to read and you're not like super urgent to read, that you feel like you can wait, it's really exciting when you do find one, and you can kind of build up the collection over time. You know, as you can see here in the future, I know for sure for myself that if I find a better condition of the 3rd Harry Potter book, I probably will replace this one there that I have, or maybe some of the ones that are missing the dust jacket. But yeah, I just think it's a great way to kind of build up your book collection at a fraction of the price, and you can see you can still get some really good deals and some really good finds. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.